Hi and welcome. I hope you enjoy my weekly videos. And if you haven't noticed, I do come on weekly and gift you with a lesson that I've learned during the week, or even simply an activation with our own soul language. This past week was an eye-opener for me. I was in a challenging situation. I like to call it a story. I was posting positive things, a challenge actually, and I might have mentioned it, but a challenge on observing your thoughts and actually making it 24 hours without complaining. Now, this is complaining like verbally or even thinking negative thoughts. So it's interesting when you're challenging yourself and you're being that observer on how many times you actually do have a negative thought. I couldn't make it 24 hours and that really shocked me. So anyways, my place of work where I work part-time, they had a hard time with this challenge and wrote some negative things beside the challenge. So I decided that that was too difficult of a challenge for them, and that what I would do is start at the beginning. And a great place to start is being grateful. So being grateful for what you have. Now I wrote down a few examples of, the fact that we're not homeless, we're not living in a country that's being bombed. We have a lot of things to be grateful for. I have a friend whose mother died of a heart attack. I have an acquaintance that spent Christmas in the hospital because her 4-year-old is in critical care. And then another person I know, she got a call about her son dying in a traffic accident. These are all horrible things to be happening, and we are very lucky that these aren't happening to us. So my idea, my perception was to let them know that we have a lot to be grateful for. Well, what happened was a negative reaction. And so what I learned from that is, well, number one, I reacted in a very negative way, not really negative, but I was put out. I was trying to help them. It was the coach in me coming out, and they didn't want to be forced to be positive. I ended up wiping the board clean, and then I came home and I unfriended everybody that was on Facebook, because if they can't see me being positive there, then they shouldn't see me positive here. And so I had this negative reaction about the whole thing. What happened was I had a dream, and this whole reaction thing, it played on me for a couple of days. It affected my energy, my vibration. And so I had a dream, and my dog, her name is Zadie, in the dream, she climbed a ladder, which I thought was ironic because I just spoke about a ladder last week. So anyways, she climbed a ladder, and at the top of the ladder, she looked and she's contemplating jumping, and I reacted. I tried to get her to stop. It's like, no, because she's going to get hurt, right? No. Well, she jumps. And I was like, oh my God, what's happened? And I looked and she's fine. Everything is fine. What happened afterwards is my guides told me how I need to surrender. Number one, I can't force people to be positive. I can't force people to think the way I do. And a lot of people don't understand the frequency in our vibration. So none of this can be forced. It's about surrendering and allowing. Now, I know in previous videos I've mentioned the law of allowing, and that's where I totally forgot. Allow them to be where they are. They want to be negative, that's their choice. We have to allow people to be where they are. And that's a really, really hard lesson, because especially when you know that if they're basically creating their life with their thoughts. So to allow them to do that, it's like, do you have any idea what's coming with you thinking that way? but it's about surrendering and allowing them to be where they are because they have their own journey. They're not in my journey. I have my journey, you have your journey, and everyone has their own journey. So that's when it's hard for us to let them go and let them just take their path and have whatever happen. Now, if they ask for advice, that's when we can step in and give them our advice. And then we have to step back because then it's their choice, you know? So that was a really good lesson for me. So what happened was I woke up with this knowingness that all this drama around me, you know, it's got nothing to do with me. If anything, it has something to do with I'm vibrating at a high frequency and they're low vibration. There's a clash. So they're going to react and not really understand why they're not getting along with me. And I know I've mentioned that before too. So what I'm being told is that this light language, the activation we're going to do today is about surrendering. So we're going to do a little mini meditation. So do this with me. So we're going to have a lesson in surrendering. So take a couple of deep breaths and really relax your body. When you breathe deeply, you're going into the quantum field. So you're going to be like totally relaxed and you might feel a little buzzy. Now visualize climbing a ladder. And with each step that you do, you are like raising your vibration. So every step, your frequency is getting higher and higher. Now keep breathing deeply throughout this. You'll notice that you'll get to the top of the ladder. If you haven't noticed, then just visualize you're at the top of the ladder and look down. And what you see when you look down is a huge black hole. It's nothingness. You don't see what's going or like what's going to happen when you go through it. There is nothingness. So keep breathing deep. Notice any fears, any emotions that come up. Just thinking about jumping off the ladder. Now you don't know where you're going or what's going to happen, but this is where trust comes in. So I want you to feel comfortable and simply let go of the ladder, jump off the ladder into the black hole. Now notice that there is no fear in falling. You are just falling like a feather, just really gently falling, allowing, and you're going into this hole. And the guides explain that you can look at this nothingness as a portal. So you're going through the portal, you're surrendering to what is. And keep breathing deep. Trust that you're going through the portal and that you're allowing your life to unfold. Now put your left hand on your heart. And I'm going to speak in our soul language, and this is to unlock everything that's preventing us from surrendering. And it's surrendering every situation in our lives. I'll take a deep breath. Kanini kiler kanano kolar kanano shoto kolar kasana ni kiler manako aina kashanta kila ana kolar shanna. Akina na kolar shanana amako okida sada kila manako ana na kisana na asha ta kolar dara. Akila rakamano kolar shanana kiri kila rakshanana kolar ana kasha ta kolar katsata. Ayana na kolar manako sada kila shanana akila na manoko kolar shanana. Amiki ana koshana na ala kashana na ko oyena na kibini kile rashana na kasiti kile rashana na ka akidi kile de kashana na kola manakata kile la kashana na katko na ka ana kile de kashana na kola da kasana na akidi kile rashana na. Take a deep breath. Now trust and be in that state of allowing. Breathe in love and exhale peace every single day so that you can be in that state no matter what's going on around you. Do your best not to react. I learned from my reaction, and I can only hope that you can learn from my reaction. All right, many blessings. And leave me a comment. What did you feel? How do you feel about it? And we'll talk soon. Bye.